In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at how to create a photo story. Now, before you begin, you will want to have all of your images saved into a folder. Many times people will save these folders on their desktop or in their My Documents or My Pictures area. So to begin, we would click Begin a New Story. If you wanted to continue a story that you had already started, you would click Edit a Project. So we're going to go ahead and click Begin New Story, and then we're going to go ahead and click Next to get to our next screen. So our next task is to import and arrange our pictures. So we're going to click Import Pictures. And now once we are here, we need to find that folder. So I went ahead and put a folder out here of all my lantern pictures. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to hold down Control on my keyboard and just select a few that I would like to use. Go ahead and select a couple more. There we go. Once you've found your pictures, you're simply going to click OK. Now you have the ability to slide them around and put them in whatever order you would like. You can also use the arrows over to the side to do the same thing. Or if you would like to delete a picture, you can simply just click on the X and that picture goes away. You're also going to see a remove black borders, and you will see that because we have some black borders that are on these pictures because they do not fit the size of the screen. You can choose to ignore that and move on, or you can actually have them cropped out. Once you're all finished, you're going to want to click Save Project and then go on to Next. Now it's going to give me a warning. Do I want to continue without removing the black borders? I'm going to go ahead and say yes because I do not want to crop these photos. So now we are on to our next task, which is to add a title to your pictures. Now, if you choose to put on a title, you can, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. But if you want to put on a title, you select the picture that you would like to title, and then you go ahead and type in your title right here. You can see right now it's showing up in the middle of my screen in black. Not very easy to see. So I'm going to go over to my Select Font button. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this maybe a little bit of a different color. I'm going to go ahead and make it, I'm going to go ahead and make it red. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bigger too. Now you see I can add some font styles. Now, besides doing that, I can also change the location of it. I can justify it to the left, middle, or right, or I can also move it up to the top or the bottom. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and move it over in the upper left so we can see it. We also have the ability to add some effects if we would like, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this as is. So we're done with this step. We would save project, and then we would click Next. This is where we will do our recording, and when you record your narrations in PhotoStory, you record them per picture. So you simply click on the picture you would like to narrate. You click the record button here, and then when you're finished, you're going to go ahead and click the stop button. If you did not like what you heard from the preview, which you can click the preview and it will show that to you, you can simply go back and do delete narration and start over. Now, if you want to, you can also customize the motion or how PhotoStory builds in its effects. So when I click on Customize Motion, you can see here I want to specify a start position and end position. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of drag this one in just a little bit. And I'm going to move it just so. Maybe drag it a little bit more. And then I'm going to have it come out to here. So in this case, it's going to start in and it's going to kind of pan out and up and towards the upper left. I can then save this, and then I can go alter any of the other ones that I would like. So this one here, I would like to just move this so it focuses in on them. So I'm going to go ahead and save, do this one more time. Again, this is an optional step. This one looks okay to me. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. If I want to see what it looks like, I can simply just click Preview, and it's going to give me a small preview of what this will appear like in my finished photo story. So if this is the way I want it, I can leave it like that. You also see there is a transitions tab, so if you do want to add transitions, kind of like PowerPoint, you do have the ability to do that, and you can set the transition length right here. I'm going to go ahead and close, and so I'm done with this step. So I'm going to save my project and click Next. And now I get to my pretty much my last step, which is to add music. You'll see I have two music buttons. Select music is you finding music that you have already downloaded on your computer. Create music is actually creating music within Photo Story. If you click on the first picture here and create music, it'll create music for the entire story. If you start on this second picture, it would do it from then on. So it's always what you select and everything behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Music. And when I do this, I go ahead and I get some choices on some things that I can do. So I can go ahead, I can select my type, I can select my style, and I can kind of change the bands, I can change the mood, I can even adjust the tempo, and then I can hit play to listen to it. And if it's the way I like it, I'll go ahead and I'll hit OK. Otherwise, I will adjust my settings. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And you can see that the music track has been laid here. You see that we also have a volume setting. You will want to turn this way down if you've added some voiceovers, because otherwise you will not be able to hear it. So we're going to click Save Project, and then we're going to go on to Next. And so finally, it says Save the Story. What we're really doing is finalizing it into a form that can be viewed on any computer. When we've been saving project, we're saving a project file, which is something that is more of a workable file that can be altered. We're making this into the finalized movie that file can't be changed. So what we'll do is we'll browse to the location of where we want to save that. I recommend saving it in that exact same folder where we've saved everything else. And then we go ahead and click Next, and we kind of let Photo Story do its thing. It'll go through 4 steps, and depending on how complicated a movie you've made, it'll either take maybe 30 seconds or it could take several minutes. Now, if you add more music and more effects and transitions and voiceovers, that is going to take more time. Otherwise, as you can see here, it is going to move fairly quickly for my small little movie. And so now we're all finished, and we can view our finished story. And so again, so play it in the Windows Media Player. And so you can see it has motion. It's not more than just standard images just sitting there. It is actually a little bit of a slideshow movie. And there you have it. When you're all done, I always recommend saving that project one last time in case you find an error. Now the nice thing is if you do find an error, you can always use the back button to go back to any previous step, even to the very first step that we did. That is Photo Story 3. Hope you can create some great movies on Content Area or really anything of your choice.